Hello friends, my name is Katie from Eternal Flame, and today I thought I'd share with you a quick plan with me video in my 2022 Hobonichi Weeks Mega Sneaker for work. If you're interested in hearing about some of the supplies I'll be using today, as well as how I set up my weekly spreads in my Hobonichi Weeks for work, please stick around. Thanks everyone. Alright, before we get right into it, let's just talk a little bit about what I use this for. So during the week when I'm not working on YouTube videos, I'm actually an engineer. So I actually use this planner specifically just for work. I got the Mega Sneaker because I didn't think that I needed the hardcover, and I also wanted the extra note pages in the back for basically like log keeping and notes for work. So what I do, which I won't be showing you today, but if you're interested, please let me know because I could do a quick maybe like short video to show you guys how I set that up. But I basically just put the date and the day of the week and then just jot down my notes using like a bullet journaling or bullet system, just to keep like the major events and highlights of the day in the back. But today we're going to cover the weekly spreads, where I actually reference my Outlook calendar every Monday or Friday before the following week to set up my, I guess, calendar here. So I'm actually going to, I would normally, I guess, cover one that's already done, but because it has like personal information, I will not be doing that. But it'll be very simple. I try to keep it at the bare minimum. I don't use any like aesthetic stickers to decorate this planner because it is for work. The only thing I have is this beautiful sticker right here on the cover. So in addition to the planner itself, I have a clear cover for the Hobonichi Weeks on here. As you can see, it's a little large. I wanted to show you all this if you haven't seen it already. I don't mind it being a little larger because it actually protects my DIY washi tab planner tabs up top. If you're interested in learning how to make these yourself using just washi tape, stickers, and your laminator, I will link that in the card section up above the video to how to make those. But yeah, so I don't mind the size. It also offers a bunch of pockets here. So as you can see, I have my legend here on one of these just like post-it sticky notes that I set up when I first set up this planner. It has this little pocket here that came with the planner that I like to use to store my Hobonichi basic stencil when I'm on the go, and some pockets in the back, as well as a pen loop, or I think that I don't use. But yeah, so that's the basics of the planner. I also have my Hobonichi writing board here. As I mentioned, the Hobonichi basic stencil, the green one here, for the check boxes. I absolutely love it. If you've been watching my other videos, you'll know that I'm absolutely obsessed. I also have my Raymay, just like very basic grid ruler here that I like to use. It's not I don't need it because I have these other straight edges, but I like to have it in hand when I'm at home. I also have my Travelers Company Japan notebook brass clip. Oh my goodness, not grass clip, brass clip here. My Cricut tweezers that I don't like to take on the go because they're kind of pokey, but when I'm at home I like to have it. I have some of my DIY planner stickers here for the days of the week, as well as the headers. I also have them in the numbers for the dates. And I have my pens here, my Tombow dual brush pen in N75, which it came in the basic lettering set from Tombow. If you're interested in seeing, or I guess if you're interested in that set, I will leave a link to that in the description box down below. My Zig Clean color dot marker in this beautiful denim color that I'll be using to mark the days I'm in school, as you can see here, based on my legend. I also have my Pigma Micron 005 here. I also have my Jetstream, Uni Jetstream pen in 0.38 that I love to use for lines. And finally, my Kaweco Sport fountain pen in the EF nib in this beautiful mint color. I will link all of this in the description box down below. And paired with this fountain pen is my D. Atramentis Archive ink in this beautiful black color. Just wanted to show you guys that. I was really excited when I set up this fountain pen because this ink is from Germany and so is my pen. All right, so let's get right into it. Before we get right into it, I actually just wanted to show you very quickly the difference between a Pigma Micron 005 that I've used for a while and a brand new one, because I actually just cracked this one out. So let's see if I can show this on camera about the nibs. I'm going to put them side by side so you can see. So it's a felt tip pen, and I guess I write with a lot of pressure. The newer one is up top, can you see that? And the older one is on the bottom. So as you can see, the one up top is a little bit more fine tip and not damaged yet. So I just wanted to show you that comparison. I bought a huge set of these pens because I knew that I would kind of run through them pretty quickly, but I just wanted to show you that comparison before I ruined this one as well. All right, so I'm gonna set these guys aside and then we're gonna just get right into it. So right here I have my Midori, I think they're called index clips in this orange color, I think is what they're calling it. It's not quite brass. To take us to this current week here, which is the 7th of March. I can't believe we're already there. Let's see if I can keep this in frame. All right, so if I'm not in frame, I do apologize. I always struggle with these. Okay, so I like to start off by drawing my lines. Because this is for work, I only use Monday through Friday, and then I find a way to convert Saturday and Sunday to meet my needs for note keeping. Sorry, give me one moment. I'm looking for something to prop up this side. I usually use my other Hobonichi Weeks, but I'm having a hard time finding it. Here we go. So this is my personal Hobonichi Weeks. I mean, I invested in both of them, so I guess they're both personal. Myself, I thought it was totally worth it though. So I start on this side, and what I like to do is just use my Uni Jetstream pen here. I used to use my Pigma Micron pen, but I found like it kind of ruins the tip, or I ruined the tip. So I just lined this back up here. What I like to do is use this first column. So I break it into two separate columns on the left side of the page. I like to use the left column for major highlights in the week or in the day. And then the right side I like to use for 5 checkboxes for the main daily tasks for that day. So what we're gonna do here is just line this up on the left edge of the days of the week, or wherever really for me. I'm having a hard time seeing because of the lighting here and the angle. Let's see if I can, maybe I'll line it up here. All right. And then I'm just gonna draw a line Monday through Friday and hope that it took. I think it did. Okay. Right there. I actually could have just lined it up with the dots here, but I didn't, but that's okay. And then I like to draw a line just here, separating this section from the section down below, because I'm going to, once again, just use this space for like either major tasks. Sometimes one of you all suggested that I use it for promises, which I absolutely loved, because I think we can all relate to it as we progress through each week or day. There are times where we just make promises like, sure, I'll send out that email, and then I definitely forget to send out that email. Next, I like to carry that line across to the other side of the page, which I will do here without moving the board over. I think should be fine. Oh, and actually I forgot to mention that I like to use my pencil as well. Let's see if I can find it under all the things in my desk. Yeah, so this is a just a regular Zebra 0.5 millimeter mechanical pencil that I love to use. And what I use this for is to extend the line that separates the days of the week across to the right side of the page. And this is actually where I will be tracking my Outlook calendar, mimicking my Outlook calendar here. So tracking all of the meetings that I will need to attend for the week. So these are the Midori orange, I guess, metal index clips. I don't know. I don't think they're called metal index clips, but I absolutely love these. They stay on. They're so great. I love how it has such a tiny profile. But yeah, side note there. Yeah, so I just kind of line it up here. I don't need to prop this side up because we're still in the beginning of the year, which I love. So just use my little pen here. I like using my Hobonichi stencil because it just fits perfectly for the width of the page, and just draw the lines to extend it all the way across here. Yep. So I know we all do different things during the day, you know, have different types of work, and so I'm interested to hear how you all set up your planners for whatever it is that you guys do. Whether it's at home, whether it's your own business, or you're doing something else. How do you track your schedule? Some of us don't work Monday through Fridays, maybe have varying schedules and hours. So interesting to maybe learn about how you all do that. So please feel free to share that down below as well. So as you can see, it just creates like this faint separation between the days here, and it'll all make sense as we kind of move through. So what I'm going to do is finish up on this side with my uni Jetstream pen. So I'm going to set this here, try to keep it all a little organized for you all, and then I'm just gonna, so I'm actually off this day. I have like an alternate work schedule, so every other Friday I'm off. So I just need 4 sets of 5 check boxes going down here, and like I said, that's just to track my daily tasks and kind of give me a good idea of where I want to be in the beginning of each day. It forces me to take some time to really like organize and just think about what I want to accomplish each day. To me, this Hobonichi planner is totally worth the investment. I do have to pay for it myself, which led to some hesitation in the beginning of the year, but I fell in love with my personal one, and I was like, I figured if it helped my productivity, it was worth it. You know, we get bonuses, they're not huge, but why not put it back towards being more productive at work? So here is my attempt to do that, and I haven't regretted it at all. And like I said, I love the notes pages for being able to kind of keep track of like what I've accomplished and what I need to get done as well. So there you go. As you can see, I'm not very rigid, very easygoing. 5 check boxes down there. What I'm going to do here as well is just add some check boxes so that we can just kind of knock it out. Here, I'm just going to use all of the check boxes. I think there's 7. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yep. And I'm just going to put a header here using these stickers, these DIY planner stickers, and kind of see what we have. So I think what we're going to put here this week is maybe important. So like important tasks. Let's see here. What I might do is just use my brush pen here. Just kind of like highlight the base here. And then I think I'm going to do that here as well, because I'm going to put notes here. And then I'm actually going to this week I'm not going to add any check boxes here, because when I have notes, I can just use like bullets instead. So typically I do check boxes on both sides, but not this week. So we'll use this note sticker here. And just kind of drop it down. Right, and then I'm trying to think. So I have appointments. I don't really use this for appointments because, like I said, this is tracking my schedule here. So I'm just gonna leave this without a header and move on to this page. Very easy, nice and simple. All right, so I gotta dig out my planner here. I have it on the side. Okay, so now we're gonna focus on this side. I'm gonna get rid of this guy and move my writing board over. I'm trying to keep it as organized as possible, but really, to be honest, it's quite the challenge. All right, so we're done on the bottom here, this bottom section, and we're just gonna set up this section here. What I like to do first is to lay down my stickers. So what I do is I carry the dates over using these DIY planner stickers and the numbers here, as well as the days of the week. I know that Wednesday is not going to fit, so I'm gonna have to cut her down a little bit, but let's just start off with Monday and kind of go from there. Let's see how far we get. So start off with Monday. I start 2 boxes down and just align it with the bottom here. Monday, Tuesday. If you're worried about like it getting stuck, you could always just put it on your hand to kind of get some of the adhesive not so sticky. Here, Wednesday, Tuesday. So I'm gonna see if I can find my stickers very quickly. I set everything aside and everything is kind of buried on my desk. Oh, thank God. So I have my Fiskars scissors. These are actually for sewing, I think. That's what I had originally used them for. Love them so much that I got another pair, and since I have so many, I can actually afford to use them here. So I'm just gonna cut off day so that it could fit. Not ideal, but it does the job. Wednesday. But yeah, if you put it on your finger first, if you make a mistake and you need to peel it back up, it's a lot easier than trying to do it another way. So Thursday is probably not going to fit either, especially because we're getting into the 2 digits here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to overlap with Friday a little bit, because I know Friday is pretty short. Yep, and then stick Friday down, and then we're done with these stickers. We're going to put the dates down, and we're almost there. Friday. Oops. All right, and then 7, 8, 9, 10. So it's gonna rip this up. I used my Cricut machine to make these stickers. I'm working on a how-to video for that. What I love about it is that I will never run out. What I hate about it is that it does take a lot of time, so you know, definitely if you found a shop that you love, small business, please continue to support them. They work so hard to create these stickers, and I know from my perspective, I'm definitely a perfectionist, so there's a lot of miscuts that I end up throwing away. So if they cost a little bit more and you don't know why, once you start making them yourselves, you realize how much work goes into making each sticker. All right, so start off with the 7th. Try to line her up here. But it just takes a few minutes, either at the end or the beginning of the following week, and I find it to be completely worth it. And I go through a similar process, but much shorter, to, you know, take my daily notes. And I actually usually stuff them in the pocket back here. There's actually a calendar back here for school, because my schedule for school is not very standard. So I've been kind of struggling to keep up, but here it is. All right, so we're almost done. The next thing I'm gonna do is just write the hours here. I believe I skip, so 3 boxes down, and I start at 8 a.m. and then go all the way down to 5. So I think today I'm gonna be using my Pigment Micron. Sometimes I switch between that and my Kaweco fountain pen, so maybe I won't use that today. But yeah, since this is brand new tip, I might as well take advantage and use it. So it's 8. 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Perfect. So I might have messed up a little bit. Maybe should have scooched it down one more, I think. Let me see. No, I think that's typically how I do it. All right, so what I love about this pen is that it's archival ink and I can highlight over it. I won't be highlighting these over, but it dries really quickly too, which is very helpful for functionality. So here we go. The next step is to basically highlight the areas that I know I will be using, or sorry, that I will have a meeting. If there's a meeting that I'm not sure that I will attend, maybe I won't highlight it now until I know for a fact that I will be attending, or if it gets canceled, I can always strike through. So what I do is I'm gonna set the, actually before I do that, let me use this guy. So this guy is meant for school, so because I'll be off on Friday, I'm going to just use this dot marker to mark here. It takes a while to dry, so I just want to do that and set this aside. I'll be using my Tombow dual brush pen in N75 that came from that lettering set. It's this beautiful, very light gray color here, as you can see. What I love about this is that it tells me what time and like hours I need to be in a meeting without taking away from the actual like content. So I'm going to set all these pens aside. You can use any of these pens really, but I like to use my Unijet Stream afterwards because it doesn't have to. I guess some other pens, they can, if the paper is still like wet, it's not fully dried yet, it can like leach a little bit, the ink, not with the Unijet Stream in 0.38, so that's what I like to use. The other tip I have for you all is, so I like to use this Hobonichi basic stencil, but what I found is that when using it with like a marker of any sort, I like to clean the edge here, and actually you can see it here. I'm gonna grab paper towel real quick and just show you what I like to do. So I actually have rubbing alcohol on hand in my craft room / office. So what I do is I just squirt some on here on a paper towel, and I like to clean the edge of my rollers before I use it with my my brush pen, so that I don't ruin the tip and stain it. So that's what I'm doing here. I also like to hit these the check boxes, since I use them so often. They get a lot of color and mileage there. So as you can see on this paper towel, I got some of the ink off, and what that does is it helps to keep your marker tips nice and crisp and clean. So yeah, I'm gonna let that dry for a second and get going. So instead of using the brush tip here, we're gonna use this fine tip marker tip here. And what I love about the Tombos is that it fits so perfectly on the back end, so I don't lose this tiny little cover. And then get going. So this morning I had a meeting at 7:30 in the morning, which I overlapped, so I'm gonna just pretend that didn't happen. And then that meeting went until 9 o'clock. So I'm gonna go here, kind of line it up, and just very lightly mark the edges. I also had a 9 o'clock, but I was not able to call in. I have a 1 p.m. to 2 p.m. today. 1 p.m. to 2 p.m. So I just mark the horizontal lines here, and it looks exactly like my Outlook calendar. I do that for the whole week. Like I said, for the appointments that I know are gonna happen. For anything that I'm not sure about, I'll show you in a second. For one of those, I will mark it temporarily with maybe like a sticky note. I have these beautiful, I think they're Midori sticky notes that I picked up. So there's a 4 p.m. You know what, that one I'm not sure that I will attend, so I will leave that blank for now. I'm free Wednesday, which is actually a surprise. And then we have 9:30 here. It's like a half-hour meeting, which those are always interesting, right? Because there's always a rush to get them done on time. And then I think the 11 o'clock is quite long. I think that goes past lunch, but you know what? I'll just put it in. I think it does go through lunch, so I'll just put it in for 2 hours. Here. Sometimes they like to do webinars. And then I have a 2 p.m. for 1 hour. And this one's usually shorter, but I'll just put them in. Never know, maybe I'll assign us some training. And that is basically it. So let's see. Okay, so I'm gonna cover, well actually before I cover it up, I'm gonna fill in these edges here. So that, because this one is not drawn in, it helps to kind of guide me now when I kind of fill it in. So I like to give it a backing so I know where, give it more definition, I guess I can say. So I just very loosely just kind of fill it in here. Like I said, just to kind of give me an idea of where I'm supposed to be. At these times, how long the meeting's gonna last or supposed to last. And I just want to double check here. So I have this 9:30. I always get confused because they could be back to back, but not in this case. It's a very long meeting. These days they like to do webinars so that it's during your lunch hour. And then here, and not too bad. And then the last thing I'm gonna do, so I'm not gonna film it where I write in this section with my UniJet stream, but I just want to show you that's typically what I would do, just because it has personal information. So lastly, I'm going to write AWS here, because if I don't, I may actually accidentally show up that day. Hopefully not, because that means I missed school. But and that's not always the case. So let's see. A W. Great. Just gotta finish that A off here. And there you have it. All right, so let me see. Let me just double check. see where we are. Yep, so that's basically it. It's so simple. Hopefully you guys found this helpful at the very least. I'm sorry this video is so long. If you have any questions, please feel free, as always, to leave that in the comment section down below. But basically, like I said, just highlights of the day, 5 check boxes for daily tasks and priorities. Anything most important goes down here. Any notes that I need to keep track of go here. Also in the notes section in the back here, I have more space. And then on the right here, I've transformed it to mimic my Outlook calendar. So yep, just any meetings that I know I will be attending. And as promised, before we go here, I'm going to show you some of my sticky notes that I picked up. I thought these are Midori sticky notes. And because I don't know if I'm going to be attending this 4 o'clock meeting here on Tuesday, I'm going to use one of these to mark that. And I'm just going to pick this one up. It's so cute. Love these. Look how tiny these are. And I'm just going to throw that right here to remind myself, like, hey, you might want to be in a meeting, but you don't have to be. So if it gets canceled, I can take it off. Or if I had already written it in, which happens often, I can always just strike through with my pen. But yeah, if you guys enjoyed this video, I would really appreciate it if you all let me know by giving this video a thumbs up. If you're not subscribed already, I would really appreciate that as well. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch my videos. And until next time, bye everyone.